Salute the Badge is sponsored by Montana Rail Link, supporting the Main Street of Montana for 30 years.
Sometimes the course of your life can change in the blink of an eye, or even a glance in the rearview mirror. As we salute the badge tonight, we bring you the story of a Missoula County Sheriff Sergeant whose life completely changed course one snowy day, a life he almost lost in a split second. Missoula County Sheriff Sergeant Gordon Schmill has a lifetime of law enforcement experience, and everything he did well because he loved his job.
Funny, everybody says, oh, I did this for to protect and serve and stuff like that, and that's really, I guess, why I did it, was for the people.
His 18-year career started by tagging along with his father on Missoula County Search and Rescue, a job he too eventually had. He became a volunteer firefighter, a detention officer, a Missoula police officer, and in 2007, a sheriff's deputy. He's a champion of the Special Olympics and helps run the summer law enforcement camp for kids in Seeley Lake 1 week each summer. It's the kind of job where you don't always know what's going to happen next or what you might encounter. He's faced armed suspects and standoffs, served as coroner, and had a few close calls with the inattentive driver. He healed up nicely on this one, though.
To be honest, I thought I was Superman.
But it was last December 27th. His life changed forever. He was east of Missoula on I-90, preparing to direct traffic after a crash on an icy and snowy interstate. He pulled over, flipped on his lights, and did something he almost never does.
For whatever reason, I looked in the rearview mirror and saw this car coming at me. Most times I just open the door, go to the trunk of the car, pull out my flares and set them out. And if that happened, I wouldn't be here.
What he saw in that rearview mirror, an out-of-control car that slammed into the back of his patrol car at 65 miles an hour. It's something that's still hard to talk about.
I just braced up, the car hit me. And then the next thing I know, I was up against the mountainside, looking at the car, it hit me. And I'm like, holy cow, I think she broke my neck.
Sergeant Schmill made sure the other driver got help before he did, even though he was seriously injured. It was a crash that injured his spine, and sadly his long-term injuries compromised his ability to be a law enforcement officer. The job he loved his whole life slipped away in a second.
You wonder why me sometimes, why did this happen to me? I was a newly elected sergeant. I was only a sergeant for just over a year, and I fought, I don't know, several years to get this position, and to have that split second taken away from you, I don't know yet, and maybe there's a higher calling, I don't know.
He made the decision to take a medical retirement, and in a final tribute to his years of service to Missoula County this September 24th, it was end of watch.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity to work with the best people in this department, anywhere in the county, anywhere in the world. God bless my brothers and sisters that wear the badge.
455 on behalf of your law enforcement family, dispatch, all first responders, and the citizens of Missoula County, we thank you for your 18 years of sacrifice, dedication, and service to our community. Your brothers and sisters will take it from here.
And that was the voice of his fiancée, dispatcher Autumn Eggers, who had the honor of the final 1010.
I love you.
I love you too, baby.
It might be the end of watch for 455 out on patrol, but with a lifetime of experience behind him, he thinks teaching and training could be what he may offer to the next generation of law enforcement. He definitely has a lot to teach. And by the way, Gordon and Autumn are getting married this spring.